منصور برجی با ما هستند که برای ما روایت کنند آنچه را که بر دیگراندیشان وابسته به این آیین می‌گویند. آقای برجی، میکروفون شماست.
Thank you very much to the chairman and Sudwind for organizing this gathering. I'm grateful for the opportunity to be able to describe, at least in this very short time, an update on the situation of Iranian Christians. But I hope to do this by first giving a background to which these developments have come to fore. For centuries, many have tried to describe the relationships between Islam and Christianity as hostile. Unfortunately, certain individuals and groups throughout the history have contributed to this notion. This includes certain individuals whose action in burning copies of the Quran was condemned widely by Christians and non-Christians alike. Unfortunately, though, these events are not particular to Iran or one country. In May 2010, one of Iran's state media reported on confiscation of a large number of Bibles that were eventually burned by security forces. Burning Bibles that are held sacred by many millions of Christians worldwide does not happen all of a sudden. It requires the legitimization, a legitimization that allows someone to disrespect something that is very respectable for a large number of people. This is why when the news of the Bible burning was reported in Iranian media, they used a title, a label, to legitimize this action. It was said that these were corrupt versions of the Bible. I can assure you, these are copies of the same Bible that many millions of Christians worldwide, Catholics, Protestants, and Orthodox, mainstream Christians use. To use the word corrupt to legitimize this action is not too strange to many of us. Nazis had to first dehumanize Jews before they could send them to gas chambers and execution gallows. We see these extremely worrying signs repeated in Iran. For the last 2 or 3 years, Christians, as well as some of the other religious minorities, have been described as false, deviant, parasites, enemies of Islam, threat to national security, poisonous, and corrupt. I'm sure Baha'is have a long history of being entitled with these inflammatory remarks. These statements are made by high-ranking state officials and are clearly nothing but hate speech and incitement to religious hatred. it basically tries to legitimize religious persecution. For the most part, the recent wave of persecution of Christians began following Ayatollah Khamenei's address in Rome in October 2010, where he described Baha'is, followers of false mysticism and network of house churches, as the work of the enemies of Islam. Since then, many Iranian officials, including Iran's